Bradley Cooper news. And no, we're not talking about some indie film destined to do really well at the Oscars. We're talking about The Hangover 4. So you guys should know now. I would say that The Hangover is probably the most successful comedy trilogy, comedy series, maybe.
There's a Cornetto trilogy, but it's not. It's
not in terms of financial success.
Oh, okay.
Because I know the first one was huge and the second one was the same. But yeah, the third one wasn't too good. But yeah, apparently Bradley Cooper says that he would do The Hangover 4 in an instant. But he does say that he doesn't think Todd Phillips would ever do it, and he's moved on to Joker and stuff like that. But yeah, Bradley Cooper just said that, he loved all the people that he worked with, so he would just love to go and do it and have fun again. And I don't know, I think it'd be a very interesting. I think it'd be hilarious to see Bradley Cooper in that role again.
Yeah, he's changed so much in the past 10 years.
Yeah, because he's gone to really like indie films, and now he's like quite an acclaimed director, and to see him go back to that kind of stuff, I think it'd be awesome. But what do you think about Bradley Cooper being in for Hangover 4, and would you be down for a Hangover 4?
I'd be down for a Hangover 4. I mean, Hangover 1 is by far the best and probably one of the best comedy films, not of this decade, but probably of all time. Mm-hmm. Hangover 2 is just pretty much the same, but not as good. And then Hangover 3 was weird. We won't get into that. But yeah, I think The Hangover, it's a decent break since the last one came out. Mm-hmm. Zach Galifianakis, no one really knows. I don't see him anymore. So
I wonder what he's been doing, eh?
Yeah. And the other actor as well, I barely see him around anymore.
Ed Helms, yeah.
Oh, Ed Helms, and the other one, Doug.
I never see Doug. I don't even know the actor's name.
So I think it'll be a cool one, but it'll be like their little, a reunion sort of thing. I'll be down for it. If Todd Phillips doesn't want to return, I sort of do want to see Bradley Cooper direct, just see what he can do with a comedy film, because we're gonna get a bang with Maestro, and we've seen him in A Star Is Born. So I think it'll just be a good way to show his range. It's clearly a franchise that he's worked with enough, so he knows exactly what it's like and what to expect. So, and he's clearly passionate about it. If he said that he'll be keen to do it instantly, so yeah, I think that'll just be a little fun thing for him. I mean, it might ruin his filmography directing wise, but I gotta take a risk, man.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, if Todd Phillips not going to do it, then you do it. I think you could command that right now. And with a Maestro and A Star Is Born, he clearly loves musically driven stuff. So again, Hangover 4 could be a good challenge. I'd be down for Hangover 4. You probably know that Hangover first one is my favorite comedy film of all time. I love The Hangover. I think I've seen it probably around 10 to 15 times. And we'll go back to a point where, do you ever remember those Walkmans? There's a Sony Walkman, and the screen must have been, you guys can't see it because we're not on video, but it must have been an inch by an inch and a half. It was tiny. I would watch Hangover. My dad would take me to work, and he's a construction worker. And so I just sit in the van and do stuff. And so I watched The Hangover on that little tiny screen. And I think I watched it a few times on that screen. It's not the ideal viewing experience by any means. But that's how much I kind of love The Hangover. So I would love to see Hangover 4. But then again, I remember Hangover 2 and 3, they weren't really that good. So I don't know how Hangover 4 could work. The only way I can really think about it right now is a passing of the torch kind of thing. But even for this, I don't know how it'd be. Perhaps entirely new characters, same concept, but new characters. With Bradley Cooper directing, I'd kind of dig that. Yeah, because having them return back for another Hangover, the whole concept is them forgetting the night before, and how do you do this 4 times in a row? Come on. Got to mature up at some point, So it doesn't make sense narratively, but I would love Bradley Cooper to return for it, but in the director's seat this time and behind the camera. Or he could play an interesting cameo, what's that guy? I forgot his name. In the first one, and he's the casino. They steal money from him at the casino, and he jumps out of the trunk. And he's naked.
Oh, Kim Jong?
Yes, yeah, like that kind of like role where he just kind of comes out of nowhere and it's just like wild and erratic. I just think it would be absolutely hilarious. So yeah, hopefully some Hangover 4. We need more comedy in this world, I think. We don't have enough comedy movies. But yeah, we'll move on now to